Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with another video. Okay, all right. Today we're gonna do a video on my favorite makeup brushes. This has been requested from like close friends, people here on YouTube. So I just want to kind of go through my favorite brushes and slash utensils that I like to use when I'm doing my makeup. I don't have a favorite for every step of my makeup yet because I feel like I'm still in the learning phase. So sometimes certain things I find I'm like, this is goals, like this is what I need. And then other things I'm just like, it's not doing that much, but I'll just work with it since that's what I have right now. Also because like I purchased all of my brushes, nothing is sent to me. I'm using my coins very wisely, and I'm not afraid to send anything back or return anything. But before we hop into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell beside it, and that'll give you updates when I upload any new videos. And without further ado, let's head right into this video. So this video, I'm going to try not to look at my viewfinder because I know I'm going to be in focus. So let's get started. Okay, first things first, I'm going to start with my brow pencil. My brow brush. I don't do my brows first anymore. I just feel like they look so much better when I do them after I do all my powders. They just look better to me. So, but I'm just going to start with brows because I used to start my brows first. The first brush I'm going to mention is the Anastasia number 12 brush. I love this brush. I've tried a couple brow brushes and this is one that I haven't decided to return. I had an angle brush that I got from Sephora like 4 years ago. It kind of looks like this. It's an angled brush. I used to do my brows with this. This is when I was like first into makeup and all I did was brows, and it did the trick. But I've moved on since then. I used the Sephora brow brush, but I don't know. When I first got it, I loved it, and then it was one of those brushes that once you keep using it, it like gets fatter or like it loses its shape. However, since having my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, I think I got this back in April or something around that time, and it hasn't lost its shape. The only time it probably loses its shape when it's like backed up with a lot of gunk, but if I wash it, it just goes back to its original shape, and I love that most about this brush. The spoolie I love. It's pretty stiff. It's not too fat and it's not too small. I think it's a really good tapered look. And it just does my brows good, whether it's powder, pomade. Well, if I do a pencil, I'm not going to use a brush. So right now, Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. Next, I'm going to go on to eye brushes. I have 3 that I feel like will complete my kit. And I'm going to explain why I pick one over the other that is like really popular here on YouTube or in makeup in general. The first one I want to start with is the brush that I will probably go in with first. It's the MAC 224 brush. I love this brush. Like, I love this brush so much. I love how big it is. It's so perfect for my transition. I went in with this brush today. It just builds up the color to the pigment that I need it to be. Whether the pigment is pigmented or not, it just, oh, I love this brush. However, I don't like the price tag. I don't like that MAC brushes are $25. Like, I think that's ridiculous. I also try to use the Sigma E40 brush. I don't like this one because it's like, I don't know, it's too thin. But I did get this in a kit, and somebody told me that when they do kits, they're like mass production, so they don't kind of reflect the original brush. So I just haven't had the time to really order another one of these brushes because I don't know, I just haven't. But I do love my MAC 224 brush. This is the bomb and it's worth every penny, I promise you. I got this brush. I usually order my MAC brushes when they're on sale. Like if it's 20% or 25%, that's when I order my MAC brushes. Like I said, I'm a girl on a budget. Next brush that I use would be the Sigma. Oh, it rubbed off. Am I really using it that much? I believe this is a Sigma E25. I'm pretty sure it definitely is. Looks like this. I love it so much. It's perfect for putting it in the crease. I chose this one over the MAC one that I have. I think it's the MAC 217. I do like this. Like, I do use this brush. I don't know. I kind of like this one a little bit more, the Sigma one, because it's a little bit smaller, and I don't know. I like its shape better too. I just like this brush more than I like the MAC one. I mean, I use the MAC one, but I love this one. This is a favorites video, not a likes video. So, I like this one. It does what I need in the crease, building up color, outer corner. This brush is like a brush that you can do everything with. You can pack stuff on your lid. You can do it in your crease. You can blend stuff out. I love this brush. For an all over the lid brush, I mean, back to MAC. It's a MAC 242 brush. This, I haven't found any brush quite like this brush. Like this brush, at first, I only liked it for like glitters and glittery pigments and eyeshadows like that. However, it does apply like powders well over the lid. However, I would prefer just a more dense brush to apply matte shadows because I feel like it looks better to me. But I don't have a brush yet that I like for that. Like, some things I use are just like substitutes. Like, I have this one. I don't even know what this is. A Lottie, like, I don't know. And I guess it does the trick, but I mean, I would prefer something to be on this level that's like a more thicker brush to apply mattes over my lid. But like, this does the trick for mattes, glitters, pigments, you name it. Love it. Again, don't like the price tag, but it's whatever. My next brush for eyes is the Sedona Lace. I believe it's like an angled liner brush. It looks like this. It's stiff, and I love that if I'm doing like liner and I'm just clicking it out and putting it over my lid. It's so perfect for that. It's like the right amount of thickness, and it's not too thin. And I feel like if you want to make a smaller line, you can. I also have the Sigma EO6 brush. I just don't like this one because it's too thin. Like, I have to go over and make my line bigger and bigger. But if I need an even thinner line, I'll go in with the Sigma brush. But I mean, if I had to choose one or the other, I'm going to pick the Sonia Kashia brush. Oh, I see it. It's number 27. Good brush. And that one is affordable. It's like $11 or $10. Next, we're going to go on to foundation. This brush right here, this one right here, is a Morphe M439 brush. Oh my gosh, I love this brush. This brush is so good for foundation. Like, I have the Sigma F80. I brought this brush when I first got into makeup because I saw Jaclyn Hill used this brush and she raved about it and she loved it so much. And when I first started doing foundation, I did like this brush. However, I mean, I since moved on. This brush, she raves about now, it's just so much better. Like, I tried to blend out my foundation with this brush today and I was just like, it's not doing what I need it to do. So, like, that's why it's not my favorite. But this Morphe M439, like, it never fails me. My foundation always comes out really flawless and really good, and hence why it's so dirty. But I love it so much. And I feel like I need like 5 more of these because this brush is the truth. I'm going to go on to beauty sponges. I love the original Beauty Blender. That's why it's so dirty. I just used it to film this tutorial. I just love this beauty blender. Like, I don't know. I have the original one, but I just don't like it. I think I like this one more because it has a more taper effect to it. Like, you can see, it's so much tapered. And I just love it. I like that it's black too. That doesn't hurt. Something about this one versus the original one I just like more. I can't really tell you what it is. I know for sure it's the point because when I get in for my concealer, it just gets in there and it's like, oh, it just slays my concealer. And that's why I went on to the sponges because I use my sponges for my foundation and concealer. I don't have a concealer brush that I like just yet, but I do love this one. Then the second one is a little bit more affordable. It's the Real Technique sponge. I love the sponge. Like, I have a backups of these. Like, I love this sponge. It's only like $5 or $6. I don't really like to use this for foundation. I like to blend out concealer and bake my face. Like, this applies powder so good for some reason. Like, I don't like... My under eyes never look so flawless until like I use this to bake underneath my eyes. Like, this one does a trick, but I just like this one a little bit more when it comes to like baking underneath my under eye. And I really do like this, and it doesn't hurt to like contour. I tried the Morphe sponges and I didn't like them, but Jaclyn Hill always raves about them, but I really didn't like them. I have them like a couple right here, like this big one. I feel like maybe I need to give it more of a chance. I just haven't really got to, because every time I do my makeup, I'm like either filming or I'm running out the door for work and I need something reliable that I know is going to work because I don't have time to play around. So I have a favorite all over the face brush right now. I am using the Morphe E41, but I don't like how it's like circle like this. Like when Jaclyn Hill, I promise you, like all my brushes are not just because Jaclyn Hill's, but she's like the mother, you know? This all, it's just too tapered. Like I would prefer it to be flatter, and hers is like that. So I don't know if she kept using it and then that's why it got big. So I'm still working with it. I mean, it applies powder pretty well. I used it today. Looks pretty good, but it's just not my favorite. It's not like when I pick it up, like that's my favorite part of my makeup, you know? Moving on to bronzer slash contour. I like the Morphe R2. This brush for bronzing, like this saved my life for bronzing. Like my face has never looked so bronzed, and it just, like, oh my gosh, it just fits into the hollow. Then you bring it up and then it, oh my gosh, I can't even explain how good this brush is. I love this brush for bronzing and contouring. It puts like a right amount of bronzer. I just love it so much. I love how it's over my forehead. I like how it fits into the hollow points of my cheeks. It just, that's a good bronzer brush. If you don't have it, you need to get it. It's just really, really, really good. Really, really good. I love it. I love bronzing my face because I love this brush. Once a contour, I have the Sigma F05. Yeah, F0. I don't know if it's F05 or F05. It's a small contour brush. It looks like this. I love this brush. I love it for contouring when I don't contour all the time, but when I do, I use this brush. Or if I'm using a bronzer and it's just not giving me enough life and I just need to make it a little bit more intense, I take this brush because it's so small. It fits like legit right here. Like it's not too big. It doesn't mess up my contour. If I want it to be just in that certain area, it's not gonna chisel down. It's just a really good contour brush, and I do like this contour brush, and I probably won't look for another one unless somebody like really, really raves about a contour brush and I'm like, I want to give it a try. But otherwise than that, I love that contour brush. Moving on to blush. These are my favorite two blush brushes. This is a Luxie 514 brush. It just applies my blush so nice and so flawlessly. Like I literally got this in an Ipsy bag and I was like, this is so good. Like I need to try other Luxie brushes. I haven't got a chance to try any, but I will order some. But I just love how soft it is. Like this brush is so soft. Like, I mean, I know you can't tell how soft it is, but it's really soft and it just applies my blush so nice. I love it. But I also do love my Morphe E4 brush. I like how it fits like into the hollows of my cheek and I can just bring it down, and it just puts most of the blush right here and it kind of like blends out, and it's just, because of this brush, I like to do my blush last now because I feel like once I put my contour, my highlight down, when I put this in the middle, it just doesn't fail me. I used this one today, but either are good. They're both affordable brushes. I'm here for affordable brushes. Affordable brushes. The big black bear with the big black bug and the big black bear blood. Gosh. Yes, so I love both of these brushes. They're so amazing. Next, my final brushes are my highlight brush. Like, highlight is like so important for makeup. Like, I see people like, oh, I don't apply highlight anymore. I'm just like, I've tried to walk out the house with no highlight and my face is like, why are you playing yourself? Why are you playing yourself? So I always have to wear a highlight. Maybe, I mean, I'll get sick of it at some point in my life and just be like, I don't want to do highlight right now. But right now, the highlight is always popping. So my favorite highlight brush, well, I can't discriminate between these two. I like them for different reasons. I like the A23 because it just applies a nice swoop of color, and I don't have to press too hard. It just applies the highlight effortlessly. Like, I'm just always happy when I apply my highlight with this brush. Like, I'm never like, ugh, it missed a spot. Like, it just never fails me. However, I love this brush, the Morphe M510. I did talk about this in one of my favorites. When I first tried this brush, I did not like it. So I feel like I need to be honest and say that at first, I did not like it because this highlight brush, if you're not careful, it applies a lot of highlight. Like, so much. Like, we're talking a streak of highlight, and I don't know if I can blend it out type of highlight. Like, it's that intense, but it looks so good. Like, oh my gosh. So once I tried it the first time, I was like, oh, I don't like this brush. And I was like, let me try it again because so many people rave about it. So I just took a little bit and like build it up to my liking. And I like, because if I want to be extra, I can be extra. I don't feel like I can be really extra with this brush. I don't know. I feel like it applies the right amount of highlight, and that's it. Like, it's not taking me to the next level, but I'm okay with like how much highlight it applies. But if I really want to be extra, this brush makes me extra. Like Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, extra. I feel like a different woman when I use this brush. I don't know. This one is the best for if you're just starting off makeup, because it's going to apply it and you're going to look good and you're going to keep it moving. This one, again, is a little bit more for people who are more experienced, who know like how much to apply, and it's just such a good brush. Oh my gosh. Whew. Talking about makeup gets me all hot and bothered, you know? Anyway, that concludes my favorite makeup brushes video. I love these brushes. They are key to a successful makeup look. Like, if you want to see me use all these brushes in a video, like, thumbs this video up or comment down below, as well as leave other suggestions of other videos that you would like to see me do in the near future. I hope you guys enjoy this video as much as I did. Ooh, ooh. But before we close out, make sure you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys.